LaMarcus, 1 year after you made the decision to come to San Antonio, how do you feel about that decision 1 year later? How do you feel now about being here?
I'm fine. Great organization, great team, and I'm looking forward to the season.
Seem like somebody's missing today.
Yeah, man. It's not, I wasn't here with him that long, so it's not as dramatic for me as it will be for everybody else. But definitely feels like he should walk in, any moment, but he hasn't yet.
Talking about Maddie?
Sure. You're right.
Through your 1 year here, are there things you picked up, things you learned that you feel like you're more comfortable heading into year two than everyone talks
for
about
sure.
Year two is
I mean, that's what I've heard. Year two is a whole lot better than year one for it's being comfortable, as far as knowing your role and things like that. So I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I adjusted, well as time went on. So I feel like this year should be easier for me.
Was there a point towards the end of last season that you kind of felt you're a Spur now, you've got it, or is it a learning process from day one to the end?
No, I felt comfortable towards the end. I felt like I knew where my shots were going to come from. I felt like the team, kind of understood me and my game more too. So I felt comfortable at the end.
How much can you help Powell as he starts integrating into this system?
He's pretty savvy, and I think all the players that's played, versus him, we all felt like he's a pretty smart player. So I don't see him having issues, picking up the offense, as far as he played in the triangle in LA. So, we do a lot of elbow stuff and back screens and splits. So I don't see him having, many issues at all.
Is your comfort level with Kawhi as good as it's going to get, or can you guys still get?
No, it's going to get better with time, just like, any relationship, as you be with that person longer, it gets stronger, you learn more chemistry, things like that, and just, it gets better.
LaMarcus, the way you shot the ball from the outside last year, do you think you'll incorporate that a little bit more this year in the offense?
I do. I mean, last year was a big learning year for me, as far as getting comfortable, as far as trying to find my role on the team and kind of learn, where my shots, would come from. So I feel like this season I'm gonna know more. I'm already gonna know, all of my spots where I'm gonna get shots from. So I see, I take more threes this year.
Was shooting a three a big part of your summer?
Yes and no. Yes, because I wanted to get back comfortable with it. Like I was my last year in Portland, but then also I wanted to keep getting more comfortable with my shots here. As far as being at the elbow and being on different blocks.
With Tim gone, do you think you're going to have to take on more sort of a defensive burden? He was sort of the captain out there with defense.
I think everybody has to, take on that burden. It's not, a one player's job. No one can beat Tim Duncan, so I feel like it's going to be, everybody's job.
Even though last year was a learning opportunity, was it still? Do you feel like it was an opportunity lost, a learning experience for you? Was it still an opportunity lost with the great regular season record you guys had?
Of course, that goal, for us was to win a championship, and we did. So we're, everybody was definitely disappointed, with the outcome and not satisfied at all. It's nice to have, that amazing season, but at the end of the day, we all want to win the ring.
You got a chance to play with new players like Murray or Burton's or any of those guys?
A little bit, not too much. Kind of open gym here, which is very different than the season. So, but they all look good so far.
Do you take more of a leadership role now that Tim's gone, or how do you approach that?
Just let what happens happen. Naturally. I was a leader in Portland, so if it happens here, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
You've been always have been that type of leader. That's your action speed. Do you have to be more vocal?
I was vocal my last year in Portland. I feel like the whole team felt that I went out of my way to try to be that vocal guy. I don't feel like that's really overly needed here. I think it's more of a understanding of how things are done. And Tim was a leader, but he wasn't in your face type leader. So I feel like it's ways to do it other than being overly vocal.
LaMarcus, it's pretty much a completely new big man rotation with Tim, Matty, Boris, and Boban going. How do you anticipate that working, the rotation, how it's going to work?
That's a pop question. Sorry to make you explain that and then say that. No, I can't answer that. As you know.
It's the same thing Tony said. It's the same, hey, certain things come up with.
No. Do you know certain things to pop questions? I think everybody knows that here, so I don't have an answer for that one, so I can't answer.
Well, in open gym, what did you get a chance to see of Dwayne and Davies and
Just
bigs?
both are good bigs, can shoot it, skilled, Devin, active, dunks everything around the rim, block shots, clogs the paint, so they all bring different things to the table.